everyone. This is Craig Reese with Hollywood Junket, and we have got 5 different live interviews with current or past voice contestants today. We are so excited for the full day. It's going to be a lot of fun. But coming up first this morning is Thunderstorm Artis from Team Nick. He's on this season's of The Voice, and we are so excited to have him. It looks like he's joining already, so we're going to bring him in right now. But again, guys, thank you so much for joining us today. We are very excited about all the artists that we're going to get to talk to today. And here's Thunderstorm right here. Welcome.
Hey, what's up, man? How's it going?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Pretty good, man. Can't complain.
That's awesome. How's everything going? How are you holding up during this time?
Dude, I'm holding up pretty well. It's kind of crazy with all this virus stuff going on, but it's been the beauty in all of this has been I got married on the 10th.
Oh, my goodness. Congratulations.
Thank you. So, yeah, me and my wife are here in Oregon, so we're just getting a lot of really intentional time together, so it's been really sweet.
Well, that's awesome. Congratulations. That's very cool.
Thank you, sir.
So I've got definitely a few questions for you. First, you now have been both on Team Legend and Team Nick. How is their coaching and their teaching style different?
Oh, man. I really, really loved working with John Legend, and it was really cool because he was very deliberate. I mean, with everything that he had to, everything he would say, you knew it had a deeper meaning to it. It was just really cool working with him. Nick has been amazing, really cool. It's really awesome just to get some of his support also in a lot of the falsetto range and things like that, and kind of pushing my range, and he just has a lot of understanding of that aspect. So it's just been really cool. They have a lot of things in common, but I think John Legend kind of showed me a lot of digging into some deeper areas. And then Nick has really shown me a lot of how to use my voice in some cool new directions that I've never tried before. And so it's just been, they're both tremendous artists. And everyone knows that. So it's just getting to work with both of them has just been such an honor.
I think it's kind of cool if you do get kind of switch to different teams, because that's just more experience that you're going to gain, from the show. So I think that's great. Some people would think choosing a John Legend song for the knockout was a risk. What was your thought process behind that song, and what made you finally choose it?
Man, yeah, some people would think that. John said it himself, man. He kind of really, really is hard on people doing his own songs on the show. No, man, I just really love the message of that song, Preach. I really love it. I love what it stands for. And it's probably one of my favorite John Legend songs. And so when I knew that I would have an opportunity to do it, I was like, oh man, I've got to try it.
Yeah.
So sometimes you try things and it doesn't always pan out the way you want it to. But I think I did a really good performance as well. But but I just think it was cool in a sense of being able to play this song in front of a guy that I look up to so much. But I didn't make it through. But Mandy Castile, she killed it, man. She she slayed it. Yeah, I was like, oh, okay. But so it was really sweet, and to have that opportunity and that moment, man, I really did think I was going home. And so sometimes you go out there and you think something's going to work and it doesn't. But that's sometimes how life works. You just go out there, you give your best, and you can't complain. You just take what life gives you.
I love that you are making challenges and taking challenges, and I think you learn better from those experiences. So I say keep it up. That way you walk away from the show with no regrets, I think.
No, true. My pops always said, man, you learn more from your losses than your victories, because it just takes, if you can be humble and see where you failed, and then you kind of grow from that, rather than kind of casting the blame on different people, or I don't even think it was really the song choice of why I didn't make it past the knockout.
No, yeah.
As far as what Nick Jonas and a couple other people were talking about, it was just I didn't take a lot of risks vocally. So it wasn't really the song choice. It was more so hey, I didn't try to push my range. I didn't try to change the song up too much, and I could have done that a little bit more. And so that just kind of pushes me to okay, the next song's let me kind of push that. Let me just if people are used to the song kind of being here, let me take it up some notches and add some different flourishes to it. So it's really cool to kind of see that and focus on the competition aspect of the show, but also just hey, can you show them who you are as a singer?
Yes. Well, you mentioned that in the knockout round you were going against a very great artist, and you also did that with Cedric in the battles. And we're at that point where everyone is going to be very good. So how are you preparing for the next phase of the competition?
I'm watching everyone like a football game. I got like a channel on. I'm watching all their moves. Nah, man. I'm just no, dude. Like Team Nick is stacked. I mean, between like Allegra, Tanisha, like Roderick, then me and then Michael. I think like it's a stacked team. It's just, sorry, not Ari. Ari Moon is not Tanisha. Ari Moon, like it's a stacked team. Yeah. So it's like I just know that, man. Like I need to like bring my A game. So I've just been working hard at pushing my range, pushing my song choices, and just kind of digging in and really also keeping it focused on just being really me, because I know that's like if I try to change up and be someone else, that's I can't do that. Like, you know what? I made it this far in the show because of who I am, and so remembering the strength in that, and but then also just making sure these songs that I'm going to be singing that I'm really bringing out something really special that's going to like really touch people, because that was the thing with the song that me and Sajis did, Stay. We were like, it isn't really about a lot of the performance, but it's about not about the battle. It's really about the performance in the sense of what are you leaving behind? Like, what do you want to tell people? And so that's what I want these song choices to be, like something that I really want to tell people about, that I can look at YouTube one day and see it and be like, I was proud of that performance. So that's what I'm hoping to bring.
Very cool. I still can't get over the fact that y'all got to work with James Taylor. What did you take away from that experience?
Dude, I was just standing with someone like the other day. Like, I was like, dude, like working with John Legend, Nick Jonas, Kelly Clarkson, Blake Shelton, like seeing them has been such an honor, an amazing thing. But then when I learned I had the opportunity to work with James Taylor, it was crazy, because my childhood is surrounded by like James Taylor, John Denver, like that's who I grew up on, like the first singer-songwriters in Simon and Garfunkel. And so when I saw that James Taylor was going to be one of the mega mentors, like I was just like, dude, this is like crazy. And getting to work with him, he's such an intentional man. Like, such the sweetest, kindest soul that I've ever met. Is just kind of like the kind of person you can kind of sit there on a front porch and talk music and talk life with for like hours. Yeah. So it was really such a treat, and to see that like the areas that he was telling me that I can push a little bit more, and I tend to go inside myself when I perform. Like I like to close my eyes and just kind of go inside myself, and that's comes back from like the singer-songwriter kind of route. And he was kind of talking about that and how he struggled with it, but he was talking about the importance of having your eyes open so people can see your soul and really connect with them. And I thought that was really special, and I thought that was something really key that he shared. But James Taylor. I left that room with the hugest smile on my face.
Yeah. And like literally for the rest of your life, anytime you find yourself closing your eyes, you get to now say, James Taylor told me not to do that. Like never forget that.
Yeah.
Piece of advice like ever. Oh, that's so cool. Well, besides the voice, I'll let you go after this. What do you miss the most from like regular life, and what's the first thing you're going to do once quarantine is all done and all this gets back to normal?
Oh, man. What's the first thing I'm going to do? Man, I miss performing. Like, I was sitting in my living room with my wife, and I was just thinking, and I was just like, man, my whole life I've always performed. Like, even before The Voice, like I tour around and play shows, big shows, small shows, and I miss like getting to share my craft like that, and seeing like people being affected by that and touched by that. I think there's something so special about that. So I can't wait to get out there and get on the stage in front of people and sing. But other than that, man, like, I miss the movie theater. I love movies. I miss restaurants, man. I love going and eating cool pastas and like finding some sushi spots and things like that. And like, but yeah, there's so many things. But I'm stoked to hear that. I think they said like on May 4th or something like that, they're going to open some of the national parks and things like that. So I can't wait to kind of go and escape to the wilderness for a couple of days. And I miss being outdoors a lot, man. Just trying to do everything right.
Well, Thunderstorm, thank you so much. You are just doing such a great job. It's awesome to have you on this season, and I'm very excited to see where else you go with the show. It's going to be very interesting.
Yeah, man, I can't wait. This is going to be a cool journey, dude. It already has been. So excited. Thank you so much. Hopefully we'll maybe talk to you again soon once the show gets closer to the finale, but until then, we'll talk to you later. Sounds good. Well, you have a blessed day, my friend.
Congratulations again.
Thank you. Ciao.
Alrighty, guys, that's Thunderstorm Artis from this season's The Voice. We've got 4 more interviews coming up today, so stick around on Hollywood Junket. You can also catch all of our past interviews on YouTube. Same name, Hollywood Junket. Go there, and we'll see you in a little bit. Thanks for joining.